don't have a good relationship with any of your brothers,
Right.
other than you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So all I'm saying, Alex, is I'm not sure what's going on with your mum.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm sure she's been in touch with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all I can say to you, I did not assault her. I shook her up. But, I'm going to take my lumps. Whatever she's produced to the police, I have to take my lumps with it. But I didn't. Like, your mother, I love your mother. You know that I love your mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really do love your mother. I give her everything. I do not understand what she's doing. But anyway, putting all that aside, I just want you to know, like, I can explain a whole bunch of things later on, whatever you want to know. But at this point in time, I need you to know that I did not assault your mother.
So what did you do then?
Pardon?
So if you didn't assault her, what did you do? Like,
You know what I did?
no,
I grabbed her by the shoulder and I shook her and I poured a pan of gravy over, not gravy, just mushrooms and onions over her head.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I can go into the whole story of everything. But she come home from dropping the kids off, and she come back and she had an attitude, and there was no problem with that. I'm cooking up a steak and mushrooms and eggs for myself. I go to the washroom and have a pee, come back, and my steak's lying in the sink and cold water's pouring all over it. So I freak out, Alex. Mm-hmm. And Alex, there's a whole bunch more to the story, but I'm not embellishing anything. I do not. I love your mother so freaking much. I would never touch her in any freaking way. I went up to her and she grabbed her by the shoulder. She said, "What the fucking hell are you doing?" I said, "This is a cunt fucking move, Alex." And this is exactly what I said to her. Mm-hmm. You poured my steak down the fucking sink.
Right.
And all of a sudden she starts screaming and blah, blah, blah. I said, "I'm going up to my bedroom." Come on. Next minute, the cops come in there. A whole bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would really like to sit down and have a heart-to-heart talk to you and go over it, but this is exactly what I'm saying. That's the deal. That's the basics of everything that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to sit down and go over everything at some point in the future while we can, but I mean, like, I don't know exactly what's happening, right? I know the story of what happened that night from my mom's perspective.
Well, Alex, I'm not allowed to speak to your mother. I'm not even allowed on my own home. You know?
Yeah.
And you know what? It's the same thing that happened with you and me. And you know what? You and I figured it all out, right? It's a fatherly thing, or it's a bad institution. But I have no animosity towards you. I love you guys.
Yeah.
I love all Vicky's kids. I do anything for you, and I have.
Mm-hmm.
You think I'm going to waste my life away on doing something to your mum?
Well, the problem is that this isn't the first time something happened, right? So that's where the problem lies.
But I didn't quite understand that, but what did you say? Say it again.
Like, this isn't the first time that something physical has happened between the two of you. And the difference is that you've got, like, I don't even know how tall you are, but I mean, you got, like, almost a foot on top of her. And way, like, just the weight difference, the strength difference. So you can understand from her perspective of how scary that would be. If you want to, like, when you and I had our thing, that's another thing, right? I can go toe to toe with you. I don't have a problem with that. But we're talking about a 58. I don't even know how old my mom is. Let's say 58-year-old woman that can't defend herself. You're grabbing her, and then you're pouring hot stuff directly from a stove on top of her. So unfortunately, that's classified as assault. So I mean, you did assault her. We'll call a spade a spade. You did assault her. I don't know what else happened or if anything else happened. But based off what you just told me and what I know, is that unfortunately that is assault. It might not seem like assault, but it is assault, right? What you did with me in high school, technically that was assault. The only thing is that I was 16, 17, able to handle it. I'm sorry?
Of course it was assault because I flipped out. I honestly flipped out. I don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I paid for that, you know?
Right.
I honestly paid for that. I bought your mum a house.
Right. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, is like that there's consequences to freaking out, right? There's difference of being really mad and berating someone, right? And just saying words. But as soon as you start touching them and grabbing them or holding them or whatever like that, like that's assault. That is assault, right? There's been, and the other times...
You're totally right, Alex. As soon as I touch someone, that's assault. I could walk up to you and put my hand right on your shoulder, and that's an assault.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that.
But you've got to figure that out. And the intentions of all that, right?
So what's the intention of pouring something on someone? Like, the intent wasn't to... It's either, okay, I'm going to physically inflict harm to you so you learn your lesson and not do it again, or I'm taking my rage out on you to hurt you because I can't handle it, right? So...
Yeah.
I don't think, like, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think you're happy how things happen. I don't think you're proud of what happened. But the problem is that it did happen, and it's not the first time. And last time, like, it's getting progressively worse is my problem. Right? So, I mean, it's easy to say I would never do anything.
Okay. No, I understand what you're saying, but how do you mean it's getting progressively worse?
Well, when Nick was up there, I think it was last year or something, like, you pushed Mom down on the boat, and then they had to get off the boat because you guys had an altercation, right? And then now something's been from the oven. I don't know how hot it was, or it doesn't matter. Now it's being held there, so you're straining her and then pouring something, right? So it's getting worse, right? It's gotten worse. So I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. Right, because the last few times I've seen you guys seem really happy. Like, you guys were in a good place. Because there's always, like, every time we come up, there's always something that happens. There's at least a couple arguments that happen. That's fine. There's bickering, whatever. But that's, like, when my mom told me what happened, like, I was shocked. I was like, maybe if things were going bad, but it seemed like everything was going pretty well, right? That's what shocked me from it.
Well, you know, Alex, and this is another thing that puzzles my mind also. It really does, because, you know, you're not with us every day.
No.
And, like, you know what, Alex? I've given your mum half of my inheritance. Half. I'm not here to be a cunt to your mother. I really am not. I'm not here to control her in any way, and you don't know all our intimate stuff, right?
No,
I'm
of
not
course.
here to do anything. I have given her a frickin' fortune, and she's going to take a frickin' fortune if she plays her game. And I'm saying that, and I do not want, because I've had to live with your mother and the complaints that she's had about you as children, you as your father, and I've had to deal with all that. And I love all you kids. I really do. I love your children. Honestly do. Yeah, look, I'm not here to fuck anybody over.
Right.
But there's things that your mother has said to me over, and I'm just brushed it apart. But I'm really thinking about shit right now. I really am thinking about shit, Alex.
Right.
And it's really hard for me to explain it. I can't even explain it to my own daughter of the things that I'm like. Why am I doing all this nice shit to someone that I'm just going to fucking throw it all away? I have money, Alex, that I want to buy property out here that all the kids can fucking enjoy. I'm not going to throw everything over. And it's not just a drunken fucking thing. It's not. I could drink a power load of fucking booze and still be nice. I could drink 2 beers and still have an argument with someone.
Right.
It doesn't matter, Alex. It doesn't matter. Because I love your mother. I could be totally sober and she does something totally stupid and we have an argument. Alex, actually, let me just say this. The charges against me is strangling your mother.
Right.
I have never put my hands on your mother in any way. She has photographs of stuff on her stomach. Alex, when I went down to pick 2 days before all this happened, I went down to meet you to pick the kids up.
Yeah.
A day before that, she's in the shower and she comes out and I walk into the bathroom. She had those marks over her stomach. And I said, where the hell did they come from? Oh, I don't know. And she was kind of embarrassed. I said, you must have got them from work. None of that has happened. And they've been telling my lawyers exactly what all this is about. Those marks on her stomach never happened from me. They look, and it really looks bad. But Alex, honestly, I would never, if I did something to your mother, I would own up. When you and I had the problem, I owned up 100% and I said, I'll take whatever you fucking can give me on what happened with you and me and Alex.
Right. Right.
Alex, I swear to God on my life, I have never touched your mother in any fucking way. I honestly, I would not even be, if I had done this, Alex, I would never ever talk to you again. I'd be so freaking embarrassed. I love your mother. I do not understand what the fuck is going on right now.
So what are
I really don't.
What are the charges they're setting? Just assault, or what are the charges?
Yeah, just basic assault.
Right. Okay.
But she told the police that I strangled her. I said, fuck, I had a fry pan in my hand. Honestly, if you got a fry pan in your hand or a hammer or whatever, you would smack someone over the head, right? It's instant. It's a common thing.
Right.
I come in and I said, I don't even want to go through the whole thing with you.
Yeah, I don't think now's the time to do it anyway.
I had a fry pan in my hand and I poured the mushrooms and gravy over her head. And I said, she put my steak under the sink and it's cold water running all over it, with the fry pan and everything. So I picked the whole thing up and said, what the fuck are you doing? She turned away. I grabbed her shoulder and she started screaming like a banshee. And I shook her. She says, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you fucking do this? like I said to her, she said, why would you fucking do this? And I'm shaking her. And she was screaming. I said, you know what? Fuck you. I poured it over her head and I went up to my bedroom. The next minute, I got the cops pounding on my fucking door. Now, if she says something different, I do not understand. Because that's all I did to her. All I did. And she's got photographs of something,
those bruises
even
or something?
in the police report, she said, well, he didn't really strangle me, he just had both hands around my throat. How can I do that with a fry pan in my fucking hand? If I was absolutely mean to her, I would have smacked her with a fry pan. Easy fucking thing. Smack, bang, done, gone. Alex, and I would never do that to your mother in a million fucking years. I love the woman. I really do.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say, Alex. All I can say. You know, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I can't even believe I have to explain this, you know. Like, I'm embarrassed, but I can't believe I'm doing this, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of things little things that your mum has said over the last couple of months that I've been really thinking about. Maybe I'm set up, and I don't want to cause any animosity between you and Nicholas and everything. But I know things have happened. You know, even when Nicholas was up here on the boat, going back to that, you know.
Yeah.
Going back to that boat thing, I just wanted to get off the boat. And she blocked me. So you know what? I pushed her out of the fucking way. I says, fuck you. I'm out of here. I'm done with this argument. I pushed her out of the way and I walked off the boat and I walked frickin' home from halfway down the lake.
God damn.
And that's what I do with your mum. When she needles me,
yeah,
I go up and I lock myself in the bedroom, or I get the fuck out of the way because I don't want to do anything. You know?
Right. Well,
and Alex, that's the way I am. But if I have to wear this, I will wear this. I will honestly wear it. But I want you kids to know that I love your mum and I have not harmed her in any way. I really haven't. Like if I have, Alex, if I have hurt your mum in any way physically, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you right now.
Right.
I wouldn't.
Well, you said what my mom said makes you feel like you set up. Like, what kind of things have she's been saying? Like, that makes you think that.
Okay. Well, Alex, you know, okay, this is a family thing, but, you know, 2 months ago, I got a call from your Auntie Peggy. And she's saying, oh, there seems to be some kind of problem.
What?
And I go, well, what do you mean? You know, well, you know, Vicky says that, you know, you're a little depressed. Now, I'm on antidepressants. Both your mum and I are on antidepressants, right?
Right.
Just because a whole different bunch of situations, and you know what's happened with my arm, and I'm not working. So, yeah, and getting old, don't ever fucking get old. I'll tell you this right fucking now.
Right.
Don't ever fucking get old because it really fucks up. But anyway, so I talked to Vicky. I said, why is Peggy ringing, texting me? And she says, I've never heard from Peggy before, blah, blah, blah. And she says, all right, don't worry about it. I'll sort it out. Okay, yeah, no, it's no big deal. And then 2 or 3 weeks later, and Alex, I don't even know what this means. I really don't. But your mum comes to me and she says, I'm thinking of going off my antidepressants. And I says, well, yeah, that's fine. She says, yeah, I don't like... I says, well, talk to your doctor. Fine. It's just a conversation that we're having in passing.
Right.
Then a week or so later, she comes up to me and she says, you know what? I can be really mean. and Alex, like... I've been with your mum for I've been with your mum for like 16 years.
Yeah.
So we've had huge conversations and pillow talk for years, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff that you probably will never ever know, and you shouldn't need to know.
Right.
Okay. But anyway, she just out of the blue, she you know what, Kevin? I can be really mean. And anyway, I just put that down to, well, she's going off of medication, right? Because we had a bad situation happen in Spain when we were over there, and you can talk to Anita about that. That was a really bad situation where she had. And she was off of medication again.
Right. Okay.
So I just put all that to one side, right? And then when the thing is, the weekend that we had the kids up here, I went and picked them all up, and that was for the excuse me, the the Valentine's Day weekend.
Yes.
And I thought, well, have the kids up here. You and I were talking. It was a great freaking weekend. We had your kids up here. We had Nikki and Brent's kids. All the grandkids. They just terrorized the fucking house. It was great.
Yep. Sounds like that.
Having a great freaking weekend. Anyway, a day before the kids come up, Vicky's having a shower, and I go in, and I said, what the fuck are those marks on your stomach? Well, what? I said, I'm sure she got them from frickin' work. But anyway, they were marks on her stomach, and I can show you the photos because that's what is happening to me now. How can I? Oh God, I can't even wrap my head around it because I don't even understand how it all happened. But anyway, just to go through the whole story here, the kids were here for the whole weekend. It was great. My grandkids go back to Nikki and Brand, and then we had a whole bunch of leftovers that we're cooking up for the kids. We'd all gone down for a hot tub, had a great time down the hot tub. We all come back from the hot tub. Vicky goes and has a shower, and Vicky had made pizzas, and we had leftover spaghetti sauce and all that kind of shit.
Right. And
little Araya, I had a couple of hot dogs that has the cheese in it.
Oh yeah.
And Araya said, "Oh, I love those. So anyway, I go up to see Vicky. This is the day before the kids come back, right?
Okay.
So
it's a Sunday then, or I guess that would be the Sunday. No,
yeah,
the Monday.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so I go up to Vicky. Vicky just hopped out of the shower. We'd all had a hot tub, and I says, "Look, I'm going to cook the pizzas up that you made." And she said, "No, don't touch the pizzas because I want to cook them a certain way." I says, "Well, I'll just take the pizzas out and warm up the oven."
Okay.
So she said, "No, don't touch the fucking pizzas." I go, "Okay." So I go down. I thought, well, screw this. I take the pizzas out of the oven. I'll just heat the oven up. Then I threw the spaghetti sauce into a fry pan, and I'm cooking up two hot dogs, two of the cheesy hot dogs. And she comes down, and rips me a new fucking arsehole. I go, what the fuck? I've done nothing wrong here. I'm just... And you know what? And this is what I do all the time. I says, you know what? Just fucking do it yourself. I'm going into the lounge.
Right.
And she's done this a few times to me, Alex, and it reminds me of the same time when we're all up for the family barbecue in your parents' place, where I just wanted to help out. I started up the barbecue, and she ripped me a new arsehole then. I said, fuck you, I'm out of here. I'm done. I walked off. And this happens time and time and time again. But anyway, so I went into the lounge, and she comes in. She takes all the remote controls and puts them away. I go, what are you doing?
But she took all the remote controls?
Of the TV.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Away from it, you know? She, what are you doing cooking all this food, blah, blah, blah? She said, well, Araya likes these little hot dogs, you know? Oh, I didn't want you, but anyway, I said, then do it yourself. I went into the lounge, so she takes all the remote controls. So I thought, well, that's a little child. So I go up and I'll pick up the main remote control. I go back down to the lounge and go back down to the couch. And then she goes and rips out all the frickin' power cords to the TV. I said, you know what? Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I went up to the bedroom, I locked the door, and I stayed in my bedroom. I didn't even know where all this was coming from. We were having a great weekend, had a great weekend with all the grandkids. It blew me away. Then she comes up and she's banging on the door. I need my computer. I says, Vicky, I'm not opening the door. I'm not opening the door because you needle me. I'm not opening the door at all. And then next minute, I get a call from my daughter saying, Dad, what's going on there? Nikki, it's got nothing to do with you. This is, go fuck yourself, Nikki. Get away, you know. I go, why is she calling my freaking daughter?
Right.
So anyway, at 5 o'clock in the morning, I open up the bedroom door. The kids can come and blah, blah. I go down, because we have that video thing that lights up
the projector
bedroom, right? And it needs a computer or a laptop. So she has access to my laptop in the bed in the office. Her laptop is in our bedroom. I just locked the door. I didn't want to have anything to do with her for the whole night. So anyway, I get up in the morning. And my laptop's there, so she's showing the kids videos. And then she comes into the bedroom. She says, are you taking the kids back to Alex today? I said, you know what, Vicky? And I'm as calm as anything. I said, you know what, Vicky? I think I deserve an apology for last night. And I think you should take a day off work, take the kids, and meet up with Alex or whatever, and go back home. And you know,
right.
Just think about what happened, because I don't know what frickin' happened. I really don't. I had a great weekend. I'm cooking up food for the kids, and she comes and tears me a new fucking arsehole. So I said, you go down, think about it. So anyway, she rings up work, takes the day off. Everything's fine. The kids come give me a kiss goodbye, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, everything's great. So I think, you know, she's either going to meet up with you in Merritt or whatever. Anyway, She didn't come home that night. She come home the next day.
Right.
Or the next day, a buddy of mine up the corner, he bought a new ATV with a snow blade and he couldn't fit it. So I spent the whole day down there fitting his blade up and got all... And he says, well, yeah, I'll pay you, just give me a case of beer or whatever. So we had a few beers, right?
Okay.
So anyway, at 8 o'clock, I come home, and and Vicky's home, and I'm expecting her to, say, well, hi, how are you? She never said a word to me. I walked in, I looked at her, and she said, where's my
charger?
Where's my battery charger for my cell phone? I go, what? I said, probably where you left mine. I haven't been home all frickin' day. You've been home all weekend. You've been away for a couple of days. Didn't you take it with you? I don't frickin' know. The next minute, I go to the bathroom, have a piss, I come out, and my steak is in the fucking stink.
Right.
Cold water pouring over it. So I fucking flipped right out. I said, that was a real cunt move, Vicky. Like, I'm not holding anything back from you, Alex.
Yeah.
This is exactly how I am, and this is exactly what I said. This is a real cunt fucking move. And she turns her head away. I grab her by the shoulder. She says, what the fuck were you doing? This is my steak for dinner. This is 8 o'clock at frickin' night. Fuck you. And she just starts screaming. So I poured the mushrooms, and then I went up to my bedroom. The next minute, that's the last thing I know, and the cops have arrested me. I had a big scrap with frickin' cops, and there's a whole bunch of shit that went on there. But basically, between your mother and I, that's all that happened. Other than that, she's way out of the fucking property. She never got hurt at all. Not hurt at all. Alex, if I hurt your mother, I would give her a fucking $1 million right fucking now. I love that woman. You know I do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be with her for this fucking long. And what I'm saying to you is really against my probation right now. I am not even allowed to talk to you or anybody. But, I don't understand. I don't give a fuck. I want you guys to know that I love your mother unconditionally. And she can have everything she fucking wants.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm still processing everything.
I'm not here to abuse your frickin' mother. At all. But something's happening with her medication. Because even in Spain, before I had my stroke, she was off her medication for a week or so. She accused, what's her name?
Anita?
Anita. Of being... No, she accused... Oh, what'd she do? Of being... We were having an affair or something.
What?
And Anita went fucking ballistic on her. She took off. I had to go down and talk to Anita. She says, no, Vicky's off her medication, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't mean this. And this is Vicky's best friend.
Right, yeah.
So, Alex, I really do not know what's going on. Like, any questions you want to ask me, I will tell you truthfully. Honestly, truthfully. I do not know what's going on. I really do not know what's going on with your mum. She's having a lot of pressure from her mum, your yaya. She wants to go back east. I don't know. I just haven't a fucking clue, Alex. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know a whole lot about what's going on either, right? I only know what I was told about that first night, and then
I can understand that. Yep, I can understand all that. Totally, because as far as the cops go, I don't like cops. Yeah. I honestly don't like cops. And when you got a whole gang of them around you, I resisted. Okay, right. But with the thing with you and me, I took responsibility, and I didn't resist, and whatever happened. But you know what? with what happened just a month or so ago, I don't even understand. And I got 6 fucking cops pounding on my door. I'm going to be fucking aggressive. Not to your mum, to the cops, because they showed aggression to me, and they also lied to me, the fuckers. They honestly lied, because I said, if I'm going to come out, I want to sit down and explain what went on tonight. And as soon as I explained, they said, no, we're going to arrest you. I said, fuck you. I went to them. I'm a 65-year-old man, Alex. You think I want to beat some fucking young 20-year-old cop up?
Right.
I was being abused in my own house. Now, I'm not a dumb person here, you know? Like, Alex, I'm looking at buying a new property so your mum and I could have a good fucking life. You kids could have a good fucking life out here. You think I'm going to waste all this shit away on a stupid little fucking pouring some water over your head for some... Yeah, like it was like, you know, having a small little argument. She stuck my steak under the fucking...
Under the sink.
Under the sink.
Yeah.
So I poured water over it. You think I'm going to strangle your mother over that? No freaking way. Something's gone wrong, Alex. Something has happened that I don't understand. And I've been racking my brain for ages here, thinking just something in the last couple of months, little things that have just been said. I don't understand. I really don't. And Alex, I'll say this sincerely. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm really just laying this out on the line. You're still my son. All you boys are still my sons. I'll do anything for you. I really will. This is not a problem for me. I just don't understand what your mum's doing, because this is really out of character for her, except for these other little instances of her being off her medication.
Right.
That's all I can say, and I've just blown it away before, but this time something has happened, Alex. Something has happened, and I don't understand. I really don't. And, you know, if you want to take your mum's side, that's fine. Alex, it's not gonna interfere in my life with you, and I hope I can see the grandkids, because I really like Perseus and Araya, you know.
Yeah.
I'd do anything for them. They're my grandkids. They call me Papa. You know what? I like them. I like them a lot.
Right. Yeah. It's
But this is what I was setting up here for everybody to come and enjoy. But Alex, I really do not understand what's going on. I really don't. And I don't want you to talk to your mum about what I've said, because that's against my probation.
Yeah, no, I know. Let's.
Okay.
That's part of the reason. Like, I'm not gonna ask questions. Not gonna pry into it just until everything's over. Like, I'd like to have a conversation with you more in depth, but I think right now isn't the time for that.
No, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. And Alex, I'll meet up with you any time you want. At the end of this month is when I go to court to figure it all out. And I'm trying to get some kind of limitations on what your mum's produced on me. And like I'm saying, I'm really doing this against my probation right now.
Right.
To be honest, Alex, I don't give a shit. Because I don't know what else to do. I don't know what the family really thinks about me. Because really, you know, you think about, you know, just for instance, what happened with Nicholas on the boat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'd gone out and had a whole thing, great day. We get halfway up the frickin' lake, and your mum wants to set up a campsite. I says, let's just relax, see what's happening. Then she gets all pissed off. Now we travel all the way back down the frickin' lake to park in somewhere where we're sitting beside a frickin' train track. So I'm pissed right off. We've wasted all that gas to do nothing.
Right.
And so when her and I are having an argument, and she wants to be nice with Nicholas, and I've had enough. So we set up the tent round the boat, and she's still beaking off. I says, you know what? I've had enough. I pushed her out of the way, and I took off. Me and Lily went down the road, and I'm gone. And Nicholas saw that.
Yeah.
I pushed your mum out of the way. I didn't abuse her. I didn't touch her. She was blocking me from doing what I wanted to do. I just pushed her out of the way. Nicholas got upset. I had a word with Nicholas a couple of days later. I come back and I picked them up off the water. You know, they had to take the boat out of the water. I rung Vicky and I says, look, I'm going to come pick you up, blah, blah, blah. So then I had a talk with Nicholas, and I says, Nicholas, you know, this is stuff between you and your mum, me and your mum. And I says, look, I'm Alex, I'm really not here to abuse. It might seem aggression, but you don't know what your mum does to me either. Because I don't tell you.
Yeah.
Your mum might say things. I don't tell you what. This is intimate stuff. I don't ask how you and Stephanie get along, the things that piss you off. You know, you might have the same sort of fucking problems.
Right,
but, you know,
right.
It always seems like everything's great. I bring Nicholas up. I've had Alex over here. And as soon as they get here, she starts needling me again. Well, I don't back down for nobody.
Right.
I don't back down from nobody, and you can attest to that either. You know, if you want to have a go, have a frickin' go.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean to say that I don't love you and I don't want to do. You think I would give your mother half of everything that I've ever owned to throw it all away on a stupid steak? I just yelled at her. She says, what the fuck would you do this for? A $12 steak. I'm cooking it up and she puts it in the fucking sink. So I come out with a fry pan. I said, what the fuck are you doing? That's stupid. And she's screaming. So I says, you know what? Poured the whole lot over her head. That's all I know, Alex. The next thing, I'm getting arrested for strangling her and beating her up, and she's got scratches all over her stomach. But you know what? Those scratches on her stomach were done 4 days before any of this, and she doesn't even know how those things got there. Because I asked her. And she says, when she got hopped out of the shower, she says, what's with that? Where did they come from? She said, oh, I don't know. I said, did somebody hit you at work? Well, this is before even the kids got up there. Before I went down and picked the kids up, those marks were on her stomach.
Right, yeah.
So, that's my side of the story, Alex.
Yeah, I do have questions and everything.
You to, if I had done anything, I'd be apologising to you, saying, "Hey, I'm never going to do this again. You know, I never meant to do this." Seriously, Alex, I refute everything that your mother says, everything, because it is not true. It is not true.
Right. Yeah.
I know. I grabbed her by the shoulder and I shook her. And I says, "Yeah, exactly as how I've explained it to you. Yeah, I was aggressive. I was verbally abusive, but I did not assault her in any other way than grabbing her shoulder and shaking it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I do have questions and everything. It's just I can't, now is not the time for me to ask them.
Okay.
So I mean, it was nice to hear from you and hear your story. It's just at this time I think it's smarter for both of us for us not have like an in-depth conversation until this is dealt with.
Well, Alex, anytime you want, I'll meet up with you. We can sit down and have a coffee or a beer or whatever. I'll answer any of your freaking questions, honestly.
Okay.
Like, Alex, I still want to be part of your family. I based my life, my whole life about being part of your family.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fuck this up over a stupid frickin' steak. And I would never, ever attack your mother, and never have. Honestly, never have attacked her. Yeah, I guarantee she's done worse to me that I will never tell you about. Because I'm a guy, right? I don't do that shit.
Right.
But the things that have happened between what Nicholas and Vicky has told you, they happened. You know, they happened. What happened just a month or so ago, where I shook and that altercation happened, but it didn't happen the same way that she has explained it to the police and has explained it to you. I'm a stand-up guy, Alex. I guarantee you that. I take my lumps, always have, right from the time I'm frickin' 18. When I got girlfriends pregnant, I stood up and I said, fuck it, I'm going to take care of shit. I've done this all my life. You think I'm going to blow my fucking life away and deny shit over this? If I'd done anything to your mum, I would say exactly, and I would pay myself. Just like what happened with me and you. I gave your mum 50 grand. Let's go buy an apartment. No frickin' problem, Alex.
Yeah.
I am a stand-up frickin' guy. I'm not going to deny anything. I would never do anything to your mum because I love her. And we've talked about this. I don't understand what's going on. I really don't. I'm upset about all this. I really am. But anyway, God. Anyway, let all this blow over. Let's see what. Because I got to go to court at the end of the month.
Okay.
Now I could do time over this. You think I can really do time over this?
Is that like what is it? So the charges are assault. What's the what are they asking for? Do you know?
No, not at this time. All I've got is just limitations. Like I'm not allowed to see your mum, obviously.
Yeah,
I'm not allowed to go back to the property, and I'm not allowed to have any weapons.
Right.
Which is the same sort of thing that I had with you, right?
Yeah.
So it's just standard stuff. But it's what your mum has told the police that I don't know about.
Right.
You know, so that's all I can say.
Okay.
I've had to get a lawyer, and you know what, your mum, and I'm going to say this straight to your face, Alex. Your mum's been a real cunt. I don't have access to any of our bank accounts because I put everything in joint. I don't have anything to do with our bank accounts. All the rental monies all go to her. I don't have a frickin' dollar to my fucking name, Alex.
Right.
She's taken me off her. I can't get my medication because she's taken me off that. Like she's even, you know, and the other stupid little thing that really made me laugh. She's blocked me from Netflix.
From Netflix?
Oh, yeah. Okay. What the fuck? You know, like Alex, I don't have a like I'm a rich frickin' man, and I don't have a dollar to my account, my name.
Right.
I just don't understand why she's been so frickin' mean.
Right.
I can laugh about it, but you know, when I think about it at night, I've been fucked up the ass for nothing that I've done wrong. You know, we just had a frickin' argument, and it all happened, and it all started off from 4 days when I was cooking food for the kids. We just had a hot tub. She's having a shower. I said, look, I'll go turn the oven on, cook the pizza. No, don't touch the fucking pizza. So I go down, I'm cooking spaghetti sauce and hot dogs for Araya. And she comes down and tears me a new fucking arsehole. Right. And I said, well, no, fuck you. Then she does all that stupid shit. So the next morning I says, you know what? You take the kids back. Have some time to think about what you... And I deserve an apology, Vicky. That's what I told her. I said, I deserve an apology for what? Trying to have a good weekend for Valentine's Day weekend. And she comes back and it all just shit hit the fucking fan right there. So that seems to be where it all happens. But there's been a whole bunch of things that I've been thinking about over the last couple of weeks, months actually, that little things that she said. I mean, yeah, even going back further, and Peggy's, I just feel, Alex, I honestly feel like I've been set up for some frickin' reason. I don't understand it. Because anything your mum, if she asked anything of me, I would give her in a heartbeat. If she wanted to leave me for any reason at all, no problem. Absolutely no problem, Alex. I want you to understand that.
Right.
You know, it didn't have to be this way, where she puts me in jail for a night and puts me through this purgatory. I don't have a fucking dollar to my fucking name, Alex. Honestly. And I'm working on all the properties that we own. I'm working on them, and she don't, and I'm not. I don't have access to any. That's a real fucking cunt move.
Yeah, makes it tough.
I don't have a job. She has a frickin' job, and she collects everything. The rental money was for our retirement, our fucking retirement, and I don't have access to it. So yeah, at certain times I get frickin' angry about shit. You know, you deal with that. You know, you work your ass off all fucking day, and then Stephanie turns around and says, "No, fuck you, Alex. I'm taking all your money." No, fuck you, and have something to say about it, right?
Right. Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't have that luxury of saying anything because I can't even talk to her. I'm not even allowed on my own property. She can't even look after the property. I'm still working on our rental of property. All the problems that I have down there, I'm the one working on it, and she takes all the rent. Fuck that. I'm pissed right off now. Maybe I shouldn't even be talking to you. I'm getting worked up. But you know what I'm saying, Alex? You're like, this is not a fun fucking move for me. It's not fun at all. And on top of that, I still love your mum. And I don't even understand. I don't even have time to even say, hey, you know, this is what happened that weekend, and what's your frickin' problem? I don't even have that luxury, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it makes it not fun when the court system's involved, right?
Well, that's right. You know, I have those limitations. But, you know, I know your mum's spoken to you, and you can corroborate what I've said on what happened that weekend, and she'll tell you you know, I would never do anything in front of your kids. I never have done anything in front. I walked away. When she tore me a new arsehole, I went up to the bedroom and she's complaining, "Oh, give me the laptop so I can." No, I'm not opening the door, Vicky. I'm not opening the door. So she can go into the office. She took my laptop down. I get up in the morning, the laptop's sitting in the lounge. So there was not a big freaking problem. I just didn't want her coming in because she knows how to bait me. So I just locked the door, Alex. Locked the door. Then she rings my daughter, gets my daughter involved. Now I'm pissed right off. You don't have to, like, did I ring you saying, "Oh, your mum's pounding at my door. I'm pissed off, Alex. Tell your mum to fuck off."
Right. Yeah.
But she does that to my family. She rings my daughter up and says, "Tell your father to give me the laptop." Now fuck off. There's another laptop in the office.
Right.
She just wanted to come into the bedroom to poke my fucking... Like, Alex, this is all stupidness. This is stuff I should not even be talking to you about. You know?
Yeah, it sounds like a super unfortunate event, right?
Totally. So I don't understand what's going on, you know? She's baited me somewhere along the frickin' line. She's baited me, and like if she wanted to end it all, honestly, Alex, if she wanted to end it all, I don't have a problem with that. I'd be upset. I'd be crybabies. But if that's what she wanted, I'd give her everything. But this is out of control. It's out of control. It really is. And I won't go on anymore about it because I feel like I'm rabbiting on a little bit. But anytime you want to talk to me, anytime any of you boys, honestly, Nicholas, Jason, and you, I don't have a problem and sitting down. And if you can sit there and just gang up on me and tell me all the shit that you want us to, I have answers for everything, man. Like, I love you guys. I've treated you guys better than I have my own son, honestly.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I would agree with that one.
And I honestly love you guys, all of you. I've had to deal with you as a father. That's all I can say. But I will treat you honestly. And bottom line, Alex, after time goes on, you'll get part of the inheritance of my life. And that's 65 years of my life. You're gonna benefit from all this. I guarantee you that. I am not here to fuck your family over in any way, and I'd never ever do this to your mother in any fucking way. Right. I mean that. I do not know what's going on. I really don't.
Okay. Yeah, I think maybe by the end of the month, whatever happens, if the contact ban or whatever is lifted or whatever it is, maybe we can have another chat and kind of go further into this.
Sure. I'll keep in touch. Well, I'll keep in touch over what happens over the weekend. Yeah. Over the at the end of the month, and I would like to sit down and talk with you, but
we'll figure it out one way or another.
I'm just want to let you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for the call, Kevin, and give me a call. Whatever happens, just give me a call at the end of the month, and we'll talk more. So.
Sure. Okay, man.
Alrighty.
I appreciate you answering the phone because this is you only have to say one word and I'm locked up again.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So. Alrighty.
Okay, mate.
We'll talk later then.
Okay, mate.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Now.
Bye.